clothes. Why would anyone do that?
Curiosity? People wondering what an egg penis looks like?
Sir, according to the police department's probable cause affidavit, one witness described your penis as oval-shaped and claimed when erect it was thick towards the bottom but was thin and small towards the head portion and called it egg-shaped. Those are not my words. I apologize.
Market volatility, rising debt, inflation, paper assets like stocks and bonds are more vulnerable than ever. That's why it might be time to consider moving a portion of your savings into something real, physical gold and silver. My friends at Monetary Gold specialize in helping people just like you create a customized game plan to protect their retirement. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2000 and the trust of more than 45,000 clients nationwide, they know how to make this process simple, secure, and tailored to your needs. When you call, they'll walk you through your options and answer your questions. No pressure, just real information. Ask how you might qualify to get your annual IRA fees covered for life. It's a special offer just for my friends. Reach out and speak with Monetary Gold specialists today. Your financial future deserves more than hope. It deserves a strategy.
And we're back. Thank you for coming to Rumble. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Did I just see one just move through? Okay. Scheinbaum. Yeah, that's right, Jimmy. From the ancient Aztec Scheinbaum clan. Moses, part of the Atlantic too. Look it up. Jack in a Box. What happened? Uh-oh. Alatrion, the crux of the issue is we're held hostage, either by the central banking debt or Samson option, Northwoods-esque threats to kneecap us if we don't kneel. Alatrion.
Okay, come to me.
Back to Jim.
Hey, microplastics are everywhere, in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat. Their effects are multiplying, wreaking havoc throughout our bodies, impacting heart and lung health, and even bone density. Our bones are the framework of our body, fueling movement, balance, and overall fitness. Scientists have also found that the accumulation of microplastics has severe consequences on the amount of muscle mass we retain. Even if you eat clean or avoid packaged foods, exposure to these detrimental particles is unavoidable. They infiltrate our systems, they cross the gut lining, and are disrupting our ability to maintain our daily health and strength. A healthy gut is your first line of defense to fight back. Recent human studies have found there are strains of probiotics found only in kimchi that absorb and excrete microplastics. These probiotics are the armor for our gut to destroy and flush out these harmful toxins. Defend your body and restore your gut's natural balance with the power of Kimchi One. All the benefits of kimchi in a convenient capsule form. In a world full of plastic, give your gut the protection it deserves. Right now, you can get 25% off with my code DORE at the link below. For an even better deal, call my friends at Brightcore and get up to 50% off and free shipping. Their number is 888-253-0418. I know I'm good at this.
Is that One Take Jimmy?
That's what they call me One Take Jimmy. So, just to let you know, Israel's already planning to start bombing Palestine again. Yep, they're already planning. Israel officials are openly saying they plan to resume attacks on Gaza. Israel's top officials are openly declaring that they intend to terminate the Gaza ceasefire after they get their hostages back. Defense Minister Israel Katz, who has a great deli, has posted a tweet in Hebrew, which translates as follows. Here, you ready? Israel's great challenge after the phase of returning the hostages will be the destruction of all of Hamas's terror tunnels in Gaza, directly by the IDF and through the international mechanism to be established under the leadership and supervision of the United States. This is the primary significance of implementing the agreed-upon principle of demilitarizing Gaza and neutralizing Hamas of its weapons. I have instructed the IDF to prepare for carrying out this mission.
Why don't you stop giving them money for weapons? How about that?
That's right. That's right. And they never say, and by the way, we're going to stop funding them. So, Hamas has not agreed to any demilitarization or destruction of its tunnels. There is no way to demilitarize Gaza and neutralize Hamas of its weapons against their will without continued warfare, something Israel has demonstrated it cannot do without killing shocking numbers of civilians. Katz's comments echo the public statements of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said in a televised speech on Friday that Hamas will be disarmed and Gaza will be demilitarized. And that if Hamas doesn't disarm voluntarily, then it will be achieved the hard way.
Oh, is that trafficking children to our government?
Yeah. In another statement, Netanyahu said, "We have achieved tremendous victories, but the campaign is not over. part of our enemies are trying to recover. So they're already gearing up to do this.
You know, don't say campaign.
I know.
Stop making it seem like you're running a campaign.
I know.
You're running a murdering operation.
Israel, a slaughter operation. Israel outlet Ynet reports that Israel is planning to resume its blockade and prevent reconstruction if all the bodies of the deceased captives are not returned. When Israel already knows that Hamas probably won't be able to locate all the bodies of deceased Israeli captives due to the intensity of the Israeli bombing campaign over the last 2 years, which was part of Israel's plan.
Remember when they shot their own citizens who'd escaped from Hamas?
They most likely killed more of their own citizens on October 7, 2023 than Hamas did. And it's called the Hannibal Directive. And that's why they were shooting tank mortars and they had Apache helicopters and they were shooting their own people.
There's no burned out cars from people in hang gliders shooting AKs. That's not a thing.
You remember that row of burned out cars, completely burned out? That wasn't done by Hamas guys in Adidas sweatpants and hang gliders. That was done by the Israeli military. They did it to themselves.
They have a policy where they do that. That's public. You can find out.
It's called the Hannibal Directive. They have a policy of doing it. If Hamas does not cooperate with the return process and Israel suspects that it is deliberately hiding the bodies in order to preserve them as a bargaining chip, it is expected to impose a series of sanctions on it, including preventing the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip, the entry of caravans, the opening of bakeries, and the entry of civilian equipment. That's what Ynet, the Israeli newspaper, reports. In a recent article titled Israel Accesses Hamas, Israel assesses Hamas may not be able to return all remaining dead hostages. CNN reports that sources say the Israeli government is aware that Hamas may not know the location of or is unable to retrieve the remains of some of the 28 remaining deceased hostages. As noted by Shel Ben Ephraim, these two pieces of information would seem to indicate that Israel is planning to use the unreturned bodies as a pretext to break the ceasefire and continuing slaughtering the Palestinians. This is from the Daily Mail. What has Hamas done to the bodies of the dead Israeli hostages? Relatives face anguish after terrorists claim they don't know where some of them are.
Look at the pictures of Gaza, you dumb shit. So they'll tell you where they are.
Yeah,
morons.
It's probably under the rubble. In blatant breach, Hamas returns only 4 of 28 bodies of hostages. So they're already saying they already have just like October 7th was the pretext to go in and ethnically cleanse Gaza and the West Bank. They're using this to break the ceasefire and continue the ethnic cleansing and the genocide of the Palestinians. The Times of Israel, if Hamas deliberately delays returning bodies of dead hostages, it's in violation of the deal. So they already know that. So they already know that they're going to break this deal. It's just a matter of when. Just like we reported it when this deal was announced. It is
Probably
perhaps
when Trump gets his Nobel Prize will be the perfect day to break the deal.
Yeah, they should break it when. Yeah. It is perhaps somewhat noteworthy that Israel's open preparations to resume the onslaught in Gaza directly contradict the statements of the President of the United States. Asked by the press about Netanyahu's refusal to say that the war in Gaza is over, Trump forcefully stated, "The war is over. The war is over, okay? You understand that?"
Is it? Is it like Ukraine, asshole?
Trump suggested, without stating outright, that he has received verbal guarantees from Israel that the violence will not resume.
Well, that's worth something.
Yeah, that's really worth something.
A verbal agreement from Israel. Wow.
I would sooner trust Diddy to give me a back rub than Netanyahu to follow through on a peace deal. How about that?
I'd trust him to give me a drink in a back rub, Jimmy.
Yeah. So here we have Israeli officials openly and explicitly saying that the attacks on Gaza have not ended, and the U.S. president saying that they have. It's not often you see these two governments directly contradicting each other with mutually exclusive positions in ways that will necessarily be proven or disproven by the events which follow. So I guess we're about to find out who has ultimately been in charge of the Gaza genocide this whole time.
Yeah.
We're about to find out. And
well, we already know, because you know how America has a great record of breaking every treaty?
Yeah.
Who's the only people more scumbag than us in this world?
Let's find. We're going to find out. So Zachary Foster, so it says a history of ceasefire talks between Israel and Hamas, 2008 to present. Israel and Hamas signed at least 6 deals. Did you know this? In 2008, in 2012, 2014, 2019, 2021, and now 2025. Deal number 7 was apparently agreed upon yesterday. Each deal followed a similar trajectory. Hamas mostly observed it. Israel mostly did not. Praying this time will be different. So here is freak show in Egypt. Leaders of Egypt, Qatar, the U.S., Turkey signed a final ceasefire agreement in Gaza at the peace summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, I guess how you say it. Hamas and Israel haven't signed anything. So what's the point of all this masquerade? Make statements, make videos, and that's it? Let's watch. Here they are. Here they are all signing it. This guy looks like he owns a dry cleaners. Doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Seems like it's time to make the donuts.
It's Milton Eddies.
Okay.
Doesn't he look like Milton Eddies?
Who's that?
That's the dry cleaner in Burbank. They're open 24 hours. That's 365 days a year. That's my free plug for them.
This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up, too. It's going to hold up.
Really?
Okay.
Or else what?
Or else what? Or else you're going to do
thank you.
Benjamin Netanyahu's laundry?
You can use my.
You're going to say a no word on CNN?
Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You didn't release the Epstein thing. That means this is all bullshit.
all
That
bull-
Epstein thing, everything hinges on that. And half the government wants to keep it a secret. That should tell you what your government is.
It does me. And come hear me tell my jokes about this in Irvine, California, Sydney, Australia, Burbank, California, the day after Thanksgiving, Pottstown, and January 11th. We're going to be in Waikiki at the Blue Note. Beautiful place. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Over to Steph.
Okay. $1 Million Trooper. Order. Never mind. Steph says it's Sheriff Kerp, not Judge Kerp today. I just
Kurt,
say
think,
what I read.
I think it's kind of ballsy of you to make fun of Rastafarians while you're wearing that hat.
Why?
I'm just saying.
My Uvalde first responder hat?
Yeah, is that what that?
Everyone sanitize your hands. Don't risk it. What, you want a pandemic on your hands? We had to wait.
If you had to pick one guy in comedy, Kurt,
You want to show it to me?
who doesn't do who that money doesn't enter into his decisions,
Okay.
who would that one guy be?
Stanhope? Doug Stanhope, I'm going to say.
No, Doug Stanhope did that Girls Gone Wild show for.
He did, but he was like
That
not
was
a team player. He was real Marjorie Taylor Greene about
But
it.
that was for money. I would
Yeah,
say
and he renounced it. He goes, I don't want my DNA anywhere near Charles, whatever the guy, something for Joe Francis. I don't want my DNA within 5 miles of Joe Francis, he ended up saying. This is back when you didn't have to sign NDAs for every goddamn thing, I guess, because he disparaged Joe Francis, who was a scumbag.
was that the guy who invented Girls Gone Wild?
Yeah, my buddy Big J, who was disgusted by him, and Big J's a fucking degenerate. He's disgusted by Joe Francis.
Girls Gone Wild was the dumbest thing in the world.
Well, it sold big.
It
And
did
then
sell
Joe
big.
Francis got kidnapped.
That's the power of advertising. That's like, the Papil Pocket Fisherman. That's a bullshit thing. That guy made billions.
Dude, I got a girl next door porno tape and a pocket fisherman the same and a juice machine, all in one night of not going to bed.
It's like the slap. What was that? The ShamWow. It's just a chamois.
Yeah.
He's selling you a chamois and he's pretending it's something else. The same
Well, he
thing
was a comic that wasn't that good, that dude. And so he was a good enough comic to be a salesman, but not a comic. You know what I mean?
And then
So the product's not that good, but his comedy brought it up.
and the slap chop.
Yeah. You're going to love my nuts. That
Remember
was
the
big
slap
guy.
chop?
Yeah.
It's like we all have
Knives?
what do you call it? We all have knives, but we also have
Grater?
what do you call it? Cuisinarts? What are those called?
Oh, yeah.
What are those called? No.
Food processor?
Yeah, food. We all is that what they call it? Food processors?
Yeah.
Help me in the room, everybody.
Yeah, Misha's just sitting there.
Slap chop. It sounds like a Hasidic Moyles.
I'm trying.
Come on, Misha, I get that kind of help from Chris Keene. Chris, you're not really talking today.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay.
You guys are doing so good.
I
didn't wanna-
appreciate it.
But you're looking good on camera, Chris. That's all that really counts.
Misha's got her drone strike microphone over here. It looks like you're about to call in a.
Oh, it does.
My headset?
Yeah.
Okay, am I still reading here?
Yeah.
Okay. Allotrian, or is it Allotrian? The crux of the issue is we're held hostage either by the central banking debt or Samson option Northwoods-esque threats to kneecap us if we don't kneel. I read that one before. I don't know why I read it again, but lucky you. All right, let's go here. What's that one that's come up? DEI, don't expose Israel. No matter who you vote for, you get some soy gooey for the Amalek nation of Israel, Vienticus. Scheinbaum. Oh, I read that one already.
That's anti-Semitic.
MTG speaks a little truth, and suddenly she's the GD hero. JNY official.
What did she say wrong?
I think we're just pointing out things that she's doing right that otherwise you would expect somebody in the Democratic Party to be talking about. But I don't even remember the last time anybody who's a Dem that talked about universal health care. And everybody goes, oh, why do you want the government running the health?
No.
We're asking for great health care.
I
We're
want
not
the
asking
government
the
of Israel
government
to
to
run
run it. Say it again, Kurt.
I'd like the government of Israel to run it. By the way, yeah, she is a hero for that. That's all it takes. How do you be a hero? Stop lying for 3 seconds and in a public office. When she starts lying, she won't be a hero. It's that simple.
And somebody was pointing out in her interview with Tim Dillon, I haven't seen the interview, and they've just said a couple times in the chat that MTG said something to the effect that she's okay with illegal immigration because of her construction company. I haven't watched the interview yet. I
I
don't
gotta
know if
watch
that's
out for
true.
myself because that don't sound right.
What do you
Sounds
think,
like some
Judge
bullshit.
Kurt?
Sounds like you're into the high school popularity thing because with MTG, that's first of all, just calling her MTG You've already been penetrated by some meme thing. It's like an AOC
Thank you.
bullshit.
MTG to me,
I'm so glad it's penetrated.
it sounds like a model of Mercedes. I got the new MTG Mercedes.
Oh,
It's
that's
nice.
nice.
It's convertible.
Sounds like the subway authority in New York to me. The MTG.
Is it electric?
They're hiking fares.
I always think of Magic the Gathering. Kurt, did you ever play Magic the Gathering?
To my great shame, I did once. I was in college. I didn't know better. I was getting laid though. Don't think I wasn't. Sweet Magic the Gathering pussy. The sweetest plum there is.
I love that Chris knew to ask Kurt that. Not you or me, Jimmy, but he knew that he could throw it to Kurt. All right, Jimmy, the big beautiful bill came up in the Tim Dillon interview. MTG said it was mostly money for Border Patrol and illegal removals. Fidgety guy.
But he didn't push back and say, what about the money you're cutting out of Medicare and Medicaid? And that's why the government is shut down right now?
Would be
What about the
fantastic.
$1 trillion those scumbag Zionist AI fucks? How about
The
that?
Democrats agree with the money that they're spending on the military, the extra 200 billion. It's again, our country
There's
is
your
ending.
government.
If you don't understand what's happening, this is how all empires end. $1 trillion a year and we don't have an enemy. There's nobody trying to attack the United States, and they're spending $1 trillion. They could spend $50 billion a year, and we'd be just as safe. And they could take that $950 billion and invest it in America. And everybody could have health care, and everybody could have high-speed rail, and everybody could have nice parks, and everybody could have housing. Everybody could have everything.
China shit. You know, shit China gets.
We could have
and I've been there, and that's not fake. I'm not a big China. I'm not a supporter of China above America.
But at least they have nice
China
stuff.
is.
Like, we get all the bad stuff from China without any of the good stuff.
Oh, it's going to be a real Israeli. Boy, the whole world, it seems like. They got Keir Starmer in UK doing the China ID system. How long before my Israeli ID? That's what real ID is going to be, by the way.